Hey, everybody. Hey.
Hello. Hello.
Every time. Are you over there working? You got the work face on. You got the work.
What you say?
This is how your face looks. Hello, everyone. Welcome. You all set and ready
I'm
to go?
here, guys.
I'm feeling this energy.
Yes.
It's this face. You don't look. Breathe. Go. I can feel it, even though you're. I can feel it. It's radiating through the. Just breathe and be like, we're here. We're gonna have a great sipping live. What is everybody sipping on?
I'm sipping on, hi guys, this Kapala Diamond Collection. It's Cabernet. It's actually 14.5%.
Go hard or go home.
It's blended in the classic Bordeaux style that exhibits exceptional depth and texture with truly unique flavors. Our claret bottle is distinguished with gold netting, a tribute to the way Europeans' finest wines were once presented.
The bottle is really pretty with all the gold, the hints of gold there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when you
it's
said
it's really good.
14, I said go hard or go home.
14.5. Good thing I'm already home. Look, Slurpee spiked Jack and Coke hibiscus tea.
All right.
What you sipping on today?
You know, I always stay sweet. I found this Main and Vine. It's called Lemonade Stand at Main and Vine. It's refreshing blend of wine, natural lemonade flavor. So this is strawberry lemonade rosé. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna try all the stuff from there. Okay. So this is a new thing I'm trying, but this is Main and Vine. It's 10.5%, not like yours, Ale, but I think it's gonna taste really good. Strawberry lemonade.
It's up there.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
I might have to look for that.
And it wasn't even expensive, so they were on sale. They're normally, I think it said $12.99. They were on sale for $6. So I was like, "Oh, let me get me some." And I got a couple of them. I'm just gonna stay in this collection. So next week I'll try their. They have a couple other ones, but this is their strawberry lemonade rosé.
I'm gonna have to do like you and start doing collections, but it seems like the sweet wines have a good sort of collections, whereas me, the brand Kapala, I would just have to try all their different variations of wine, from the whites to the reds down to the white. Versus like how Barefoot have all those the different like flavors. I'll just have to just go pick a brand and just each week test
and that
something.
Hibiscus tea, Meredith grad that. They have a hibiscus tea lemonade that I forget the name of the Burger Lounge. Oh, it's so good. I like hibiscus tea. Do we have any?
That's what I have: hibiscus tea and some sparkling water, some kind of blackberry sparkling that I made a little concoction.
So you doubling too. You got a strong bladder, because I will be running back and forth to the bathroom drinking that and the wine. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I made some hibiscus tea last night, so that's what I just have a little here and there.
Well, we can go ahead and pour up, and we can get ready to dive into this great conversation. do we have any PSAs or anything that's like before we get into our bowls?
No, I don't got one. Do you got a PSA?
No, just no. It's so much stuff going on with it being the holidays. This would turn into a whole PSA. We wouldn't even get to the bowls, you know.
I'm in hibernation mode. Like I told you, I just need to finish that website. So for the rest of the year, I don't want to focus on anything. Just sipping lives on Sunday. The rest of the couple weeks, besides going to work, like I'm in hibernation mode. I don't want to focus on nothing. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to wake up, go to work, and just be with myself for the next couple weeks. Just revisit me on the 1st, or no, actually revisit me on the 4th, because I took the 3rd off and I have the 2nd off. So revisit me on the 4th, Wednesday, or yeah, revisit me Wednesday, January 4th. I'll be back in action.
Well, we can raise our glasses and toast. Any birthdays? We don't even ask that anymore. Any birthdays in the live? I wouldn't be prepared to do a shot even if it was, so I'm glad it's not.
We need to keep some shot stuff on.
We just have not. We have completely just not mentioned or say, hey, anybody, any birthdays? We're going to do it after the new year going forward. When we come on Sundays, we're going to remember the flow of any birthdays. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm ready. This smells so good.
Yes.
Oh, it smells so good. This smells like candy.
I just smell a whole lot of grape, strong grape.
Like a Jolly Rancher. I'm excited. Let's raise our glasses and cheers. And take a sip here. Wow. I'm nervous because something that good, you could drink a couple of bottles. It's so good. And it's tart.
Like, why I got
it's not even sweet. It's like how you have tart lemonade, like how In-N-Out's lemonade is. It's like that, but you can taste the wine in it. It's really good. Yeah. This will be something I have in the kitchen. I definitely am gonna stick with this right here. Strawberry lemonade rosé. You guys might.
You'll have to send me that
too, so I can go try that. What I want to have for my my bottle for the tasteful experience. It's so good because I love lemonade. I like tart stuff, so I'm gonna start paying attention.
Well,
I'm gonna start paying attention to certain ones, you know. But this is really good.
Yeah.
So are you jumping into your
yeah?
Well, everybody, I was looking in there. We saw all the drinks what everybody was drinking on. Everybody's ready for the upcoming week. All the Christmas shopping or flying to go home and be with family or driving. Man, we're there. So what you jumping into today?
Ready. I think I'm gonna jump to my spicy bowl. At this point, I don't even know what my topics be because some seem spicy and then they're mild, and some seem mild and then they end up turning into spicy. So I don't even be knowing nowadays. Let's see. Okay. I be writing hella notes, guys. I be writing notes. You know, talking points. So I think I talked to you about this over this past week. I saw this video of this woman cutting her daughter's hair as quote unquote discipline. And so it had me thinking, when does discipline go far? And when you're posting it on social media, is it really discipline or is it clout? And this woman's like chopping her daughter's hair off on camera and saying, you want to put your looks over your education. You want to this over your education. I told you. And yet you got a filter on while you're quote unquote chopping her hair and disciplining. And I was thrown aback because you got a filter on and you're talking about beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like, explain that to me. So it had me thinking, is this about beauty? Is this about clout, or is this really discipline? And why are we so quick again to just jump on social media with this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was totally for clout. I even engaged on a post, and I don't never engage on posts really. And there were some people that were like, you could tell that girl was traumatized and but there was a lot of people that responded and said, I agree, like this gotta be for clout. Like, you know, like keep that stuff off of social media. So when does discipline go too far, and is it really discipline or is it clout?
I saw a snippet, a piece of that video, because a lot of people were discussing it, and I felt like, first of all, the parent knows their child. We can't even profess to, or you know what I'm saying, even think we have an inkling of an idea of what that child is like. A parent knows their child. So whatever disciplinary measures they choose to take, I mean, I can say something as drastic, but you know, this may sound real crazy. Jeffrey Dahmer was a kid at once, and his mother and father were parents of him. So I don't know. I don't ever want to say that was too much. And I'm not saying that with just social media. I'm just saying, you know, there was a time where it's like, if you spank your kids, it's too much. You know, if you tell them, you know, they're in trouble, or you say it, the tone you say it in is too much. Everybody wants to tell other people how to discipline their children. For me, the social media discipline, I just don't understand how you can even have the time to take it there. I got to turn the phone on, you know, turn the live on. Like, I'm already
lighting
like,
on.
I just want to discipline you, whatever it is. I'm not trying to film this. I don't know if people are trying to meet the kids where they're at. Like, you want to be on social media, you want to act up this way. I want everybody to see it. You know, I want people to witness it. I don't know if they call themselves, you know, getting with the times. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the thing to do. I don't have the patience nor the energy and effort to do that and discipline my kid. So you wouldn't get all that from me. I don't know if she felt like it was going to be more impactful that she did it on social media to shame the little girl, you know, or embarrass her. You know, and I think, as a parent, I'm not saying it's right, but I don't know what that little girl has gone through with her mom, and if that's like the mom's cup runneth over. You know, I don't know if she's been doing it in private and she's like, I'm just over. I'm thinking of something extreme to do. You referenced the filter. I didn't even know a filter was on. I don't even know what filters are. I'm still learning, like, oh my God, that's a filter. You know, I don't even know when it's a filter. But yeah, that's crazy too. If she took the time to put a filter on while she's cutting her daughter's hair. So I can't say it's, you know, it's extreme for the discipline she's trying to give to her child, because I don't know what type of, like, if she was like, I'm gonna embarrass her so much she'll never do this again. I don't know. I just know that having to split the energy between the two should be a lot for anybody. Turning the camera on, don't you have to set that up so that it can get the shot of you cutting her hair, and make sure the sound is on, lighting so they can see it? Like, it's a lot of effort that goes into that. So my thing is just like, you know, what are you really giving your energy and effort to? Really disciplining your child, or are you splitting it because you're trying to make sure everybody else is in on this moment that's happening, you know, this disciplinary action? And that's just a lot for me. Why do people, now you done open the person up to comments and, you know, people making fun of her? And maybe that's what she wanted to do. Maybe she wanted people to make fun of her daughter. Maybe she wanted people to see it and she's extremely embarrassed. Maybe that was the exact reason why she did it. You know, I don't know, because I didn't talk to the lady. So there are some kids can take you there. You know, I don't know. A lot of people are like, that's too much. That's too much. I don't know what the relationship is between her and her daughter. But I do know, as a parent, your kids will have you doing some crazy stuff sometimes, with you trying to either prove a point or get them to see it, if you don't really kind of find a balance. you know, she might have really just wilded out and did it. And even after the fact, just been like, man, I shouldn't have done that. But got really extreme because of, you know, what her daughter's doing. And I think too, a lot of times people forget that parents are people too. We're human, you know, and it's just so much weight that we always have to shoulder. I know children don't ask to come here. I'm a parent of two. It's a lot though. It's a lot, and you're trying to figure it out. There is no handbook to parenting. There is no one telling you what the right or wrong way is. Everybody's different. Every child is different. So I just say give parents some grace sometimes too. You know, they're trying to figure it out. Again, I don't know what her, you know, what happened that made her go to social media and want to do that. But before I judge her, before I just sign off on it, I would need to talk with her, because she may have had an explosive moment where she was like, I'm fucking tired. I'm fed up. I'm going to embarrass your ass. I'm tired. You know, I go to work. I make sure you have the best. I keep, you know, I'm trying, and you are not getting it. You know, you on your phone all the time. Like, I can see somebody going there. And after the fact, it's like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Me, I'm not going to do that. But I'm sure my kids could probably tell you something, barring the camera not being there, that where it's like, my mom has been extreme. But, you know, trying to get a point home, trying to protect them from doing some dumb shit, you know? We don't know if she running around. I remember there was a girl that got whipped on social media, but she had run off with a grown man. Do you remember that? It was a long time ago. It was years ago. This girl left her house. Her mother went and found her laid up with a grown man. She was 14. She filmed her, and she was like, you want to be grown? You want to be out there having sex with men and stuff? And she was beating her pretty much in this garage. And people were like, somebody needs to go get her. This is wrong what she's doing to that baby and all that. But look, I don't know. Love can stretch you, and I don't want to judge them so harshly. Like they should have known it. You know, she needs to know. Because if you 14 going laying up with some grown man, the parent is gonna get it either way. Why was you letting her lay up with that grown man? And she get pregnant, where were you at? What were you doing? The parent gonna bear the brunt of it no matter what. Whether you messing up or you're not, everybody looks to the parent. Where are your parents at? So I just try to, with parents specifically, because I am one, I try to have a little grace, and I need to hear, you know, I need for that particular thing. I would need to hear what happened, what was going on, for me to just be like, she doing too much. You know, that may have been what she felt she needed to do, too much to hopefully reach her, you know, to be extreme like that, because she might be feeling like she's fighting for her daughter's life, the road she's going down. We don't know what, you know, what's in their family, what she may have seen other women in her family. She may be like, my sister's just like this. She was just this way, or I was this way. So, you know, I don't know, but I'm not judging that lady too harshly, because I have kids. You know, and I'm not going to be the person to sit here and tell somebody, you know, with that particular thing. If it was something else, you know, but that thing specifically, nah, that one I have to talk with her, because she may have felt like, I need to embarrass you. I need to be extreme. I need to just go off the deep end so you think I've lost my damn mind, because, you know, you taking me there.
Yeah.
I could see writing and stuff going on. You got some comments and stuff in there.
Journey of Legend said that will always be considered clout to me. Meredith said all that does is create trauma. It's also embarrassing for the child. Meredith said, Journey of Legend said, all while maintaining your anger. This is in reference to B saying having to set the live up, and she lost it, Doc. Journey of Legend said. Yeah, I'm struggling to, like, I know people do extreme stuff, but I'm struggling just the fact that you took the time to set the live and put a filter on. I'm just not convinced. And just because the way social media is, I'm just not even going to be like, well, maybe she's just on the deep end. I'm not convinced that you took the time to set up social media, to go live, to peel the filter on. That's
no,
just me. I'm not convinced because everyone wants to be Insta famous.
And I hear it a lot. And just maybe I'm not up on it. Going viral, clout, Insta famous. What happens when everyone is talking about how you cut your daughter's hair on there? Is there money that you make from that? Are you offer deals with brands? Do people want to bring you on a show? You know, I think I can't even imagine if people are really like, if she set that up and it was like, you know, when people see this, Dr. Phil's gonna call me, I'm gonna get a brand deal. You know, it's like they're just doing it for people to see it, and then what? Everybody's talking about it, but then you want the traction for what? What do you want it for? What happened?
You'd be surprised. Like we talked before, some people are fine with being famous. They don't care about the money. They just want to be famous by any means necessary. Like, Journey says she got sponsored by a clipper company to cut hair so she could finish what she did.
Wild. But I'm with you with the filter and all that stuff. Man, clout. That word, clout. Going viral.
It's real.
Going viral.
She's real.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've just been pretty much struggling this week. It's so much stuff going on. As I alluded to, when I said the holidays are approaching, it's going to be a lot of depression and death and, you know, a lot of things. And here it is. It happens every year around this time. This is not so much as a PSA. I know you were talking about it. I just want to say this because I'm trying to wrap my mind around it, and I'm not going to even reference the person. I'm sure you guys already know it's been talked about so much. When is it okay to say you're not okay? I feel like you do more harm when you don't tell someone you're not okay, especially the people you love. You know, I just keep trying to wrap my mind around people putting on a facade to help others when they're in pain. And then the pain becomes so overwhelming that they do something that's detrimental to their health, they harm someone else, or they harm themselves. You know, I was in social services for years, and they'd say put a 5150 hold. That's when you could have them come and pick, you know, the person up if they're a danger to themselves or others, you know? And I'm really trying to, I'm having a hard time understanding now the impactfulness that you have. And then after that, you weren't, and I won't say you weren't practicing self-care. I just feel like we owe it to the people we love to say we're not okay. You know, like it's okay to not be okay. Because if I know you're not okay, then you don't have to perform anymore. I think that's a part of being overwhelmed when you're just trying to do stuff for everyone else. You know, you're trying to.
But then what happens when you tell people that you're not okay and they don't listen? You could tell people, I'm struggling, I'm stressed out, I'm this, I'm that, and you got people who like don't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
And you know it, now I can check out. Now I can go get help for myself. Now I can let you know I don't have nothing left to give. But I just feel like it frustrates me more if someone's around me and they're not okay and they didn't tell me they weren't okay. I feel better if you told me you weren't okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so now I know I'm a piece of shit. Like I'm horrible. But when you're around me and you're functioning like you're okay and you're giving to everyone and you're just, everything's cool, and then bam, you go shoot up a school or you hurt somebody or you kill yourself. It's like, what the fuck? I feel like I didn't even know who I was with. I can't even open up my mouth to say you were great. You were this. I'm shocked at this point. I'm shocked because I was with whoever, whatever, if we were in close relationship, and they never told me they weren't okay. So what I'm thinking with a lot of stuff going on in the media is we're only seeing one side of it, but people knew that they weren't okay a long time ago. They knew. That's like you and I coming on every Sunday, and everyone knows this version of Bear and Elle. But when we go off, I'm crying. I've had three suicide attempts this week. I've been in the hospital, and they're bringing me out on Saturday just to come and sit and do sip and lie. And then all of a sudden, I go do something crazy, and the world is like, "Oh my God, not Bear or Elle on Sip and Lie." And then you're like, at this time, please respect Bear's privacy. The family's dealing with it, and the world is like. But I'm thinking, what the world saw was not really what was going on. So the world is shocked, but the family knew the whole time the get down, and it just came to a head. That's what I'm making my peace with, because I'm seeing this so much, and I feel like because social media, everybody has this facade on social media. Everybody's taking these pictures and living this life on live and through these videos and speaking into everyone's lives and stuff. But then, boom, something happens, and you're like, oh, what? Not that person. They were just so full of light and life and love, and they were such a giver and all. And so for me, it's like, something's wrong. Something clearly is wrong, and I feel like it needs to be pushed more. That people, it's okay to say you are not okay. You're just not okay. I can't give you nothing. I have nothing to give. I don't want to deal. I don't feel like getting out of bed. I can't make the appointment. I can't make the performance. I can't. Now, once that's put out there, then you kind of get to see, what you're dealing with, what's going on. You know what I mean? But that wasn't even from my bowl. I said I didn't have a PSA, but that has been bothering me all week. Like, I don't want to appear to be heartless or unempathetic, but something else is going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing. And people are dropping like flies. And what the world has seen of them is this great, grand, wonderful individual and that had it all together. And the families are, and I get it, rightfully so. They're all saying this like, we didn't know, full of light. But it's very confusing. It's very confusing. And I think if more people would say they're not okay to the world, I'm not okay. I cannot do this performance. I cannot do this. I'm not okay. Maybe other people would open up some other opportunities or options for them to get the help that they need. And for them to see it, people they are transparent in every area. Be transparent with that too. The fun person you see all the time is full of light that can give you, inspiration, all that. I'm not that person. I'm going through something. I need inspiration. You might be amazed at how many people will come and try to lift you up, But that's just, I'm so overwhelmed with seeing that. And it just keeps happening. It's like the most random stuff. And I'm just like, either this is really crazy. Like, everybody said that these people were like great. It was all this, everything was okay. And it's not okay based on what they just did to somebody else or did to themselves. Like, it's not okay.
I'll read some of these comments. Arkansas said, I remember telling old friends I wasn't okay, and I went and did a 72-hour hold on myself. They said I was attention seeking and making it up. Meredith said, I think it becomes negative to say you need help. Society says there's something wrong with you. They say you need to go to church or it's a sin to be depressed.
Ooh, I have a question. Meredith, you said, is that something you read that they say, are you saying people say go to church, or are you saying people say you need to go to church, and you've heard it's a sin to be depressed?
I feel like depression can sometimes be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not talked about in our communities sometimes, Maybe that's, yeah, she said both.
I would get kicked off of here. Y'all hate me. We're all depressed in different extremes. We are all depressed, and we're dealing with it differently. Everybody's going through something. I had a conversation last week where, you know, someone was saying, you know, man, getting up, going to work is hard. And I'm sure that someone would think Jay-Z and Beyonce are like, have the best life. But I bet you they don't want to do concerts sometimes when it's like, this is the time, Christmas concerts, all this is when you need to be touring. They don't want to do that. I don't ever want to say, well, that's small compared to what I got going on. Everybody's got something, and you can become over.
Because they got people on payroll.
I mean,
you know, they feeding families, like, so their stuff, just because they're millionaires, billionaires, doesn't make them less stressed than the rest of us.
You know, you're supposed to fit this narrative, or you should have been this person. You're supposed to be the black savior. You can't. I believe everybody's dealing with some form of depression. It's the support systems you have in place that will tell in time, you know, how you kind of come out of it, or how you deal with it. I don't even want to say come out of it, because you can wake up and be depressed about a lot of stuff. You know, unmet goals, broken relationships, things you thought that were going to happen, the age you are, what you should have accomplished. And somebody else may say that's a far stretch. Everybody's depressed. Everybody's dealing with something, you know. I just think the way that you handle it, it can become bigger. It could be a bigger cross to bear, I'll say.
Yeah.
If it's just like, you don't have an outlet, no one knows you're dealing with this, you're kind of just tucking it away and going out with a smile on your face and business as usual, but it's really not, because inside you're hurting, you're frustrated, you feel disappointed, you're angry, you're let down. That you can explode at some point, because you're dealing with it all by yourself.
Yep.
Versus someone that might have a therapist, they talking to people, they're letting them know. Everybody knows, yo, something's up with this person. Let me either get away, or let me see how I can help. But what Meredith Grad was saying, both, that's really messed up for someone to, as we talked about last week, religion, the difference between religion and relationship, that is horrible for someone to say it's a sin to be depressed. How?
Yeah.
How?
I could definitely see that, though, being out here in the South and seeing how religion is their end all be all for literally we would go everything.
Back and forth, because if the wages of sin are all the same, this is biblical, and I'm dealing with depression, it says we are all works in progress. We every day, you know, we're picking up our cross daily. We are in communication and relationship with God. We are all dealing with something. So depression, lying, stealing, all those are sins. So I don't even want to say it was highlighted, because I know she didn't do that, but I wouldn't even put that over there as a sin. That's not something you're choosing to do. You're dealing with life where you're better equipped. Exactly. You know, you may better handle this thing, this thing you're dealing with every day. Even the Bible says yield to temptation. Why does it say yield if it just stops once I'm in the word? It doesn't stop. Every day something is going on, and that's why you got to stay in relationship. You know, that's crazy. That's wild to, you know, for someone to say something like that. No, it's
like
a
sleeping
sin
under the rug.
Depressed. Wow. That's right up there with some other stuff.
We don't talk about no.
That's right up there with some other stuff. Let's just keep them from experiencing the love and fullness of relationship with God. You know, however, it's like you better make sure you don't come in with that. She said Christians aren't supposed to be depressed if they have God in their heart.
Because they think that Jesus and God fixes everything.
Christians aren't supposed to be depressed. They aren't supposed to be liars. They ain't supposed to be backbiters. They're not supposed to be judging. They're not supposed to be stealing. It's a lot. everybody's working on something. Yeah, everybody's
all of the
working
above
on something. And if they want to throw depression in there, that's why I say I'm not a Christian, because I will be going back and forth with Christians, because if you got it all together, why you here? That's what I want to know. Why you need God? Why you need Buddha? Why you need Allah? Why? If you got it all together, you don't even need to be here. You the one. If you got it all together, you know what? You don't got to be here. You the one. You got it all figured out. You don't need nothing, because you got it. And it be the craziest stuff going on in the church. I digress.
I got stories now.
I digress.
I got new stories. That'll
end up being my topic. You know, like how did they spent the whole sipping line on church?
Clearly,
that's stories. Wild. That's unfortunate, and I just hope that people present relationship and not religion a whole lot better, and don't make people feel like they have to be so put together to go and experience any type of relationship, let alone if you want to do it religion. If I got it all together, why am I here? Why am I coming here with you guys if I have it all together? For my belief, why did Jesus come if I got it all together? Why am I repenting? Why am I asking for God's mercy and grace if I got it all together? That's crazy, but don't get me started.
Mm-hmm. Your grace and mercy brought me through. There, he could have been depressed saying your grace and mercy, but again,
you don't need that, because you got it together.
It's a whole thing.
You don't need grace, mercy, favor, protection, love, forgiveness, nothing, because you got it all together. That's wild. Anywho,
well, it's getting good.
I'm gonna take a sip before I go in my bowl.
Can't wait to see what you get.
Were you in your spicy bowl?
Yeah, that's why I said I don't even know what's spicy and mild nowadays.
I'm gonna grab spicy because I want to get off, because I already feel like that topic, right? That wasn't even a topic, but it got me heated. Yeah. Like I want to go. I want to dive in.
Let's bring it back up a little.
My spicy bowl always got something real stupid, like far-fetched, like crazy. So I'm going to my spicy bowl because I'm feeling some type of way.
Everyone take sips. Get some sips.
Is a threesome with permission cheating? No, is a threesome
cheating with
yes,
a threesome with permission cheating?
And you guys please answer in the comments too. I like going on Instagram sometimes and seeing this, and I saw this.
I mean, it's with permission. So how is it cheating? Did you go after? Was it only supposed to be
is that
a
your
one
take
time?
On it? So tell me about it.
Because I feel like when you start using the word permission, then it's not cheating, because you guys, when I think of that, I feel like it was all agreed upon. When I think of, then I start thinking a little more and say, okay, there was permission the first time, but now are you doing it together? Is a threesome all three of you guys together, or is the person so permission wise, to me, it's not cheating because there was permission involved. But the person who gave permission, were you really willing to give permission, or you were just doing it to please your partner, but deep down you're feeling like it's cheating because your partner asked for the threesome and you were just going along to get along? You know what I'm saying? Because now it's a whole but you get me? It's like you went along, but them asking in general is like, bitch, you cheating on me? You're already emotionally connected. Like you knew who you wanted to have a threesome with. We're gonna have a threesome. Like, you must have some kind of relation with another person, you know? So I don't know. That's my take on it.
I can see one comment. I can see Josiah's comment. It says, I think it's not cheating depending on the stipulation. And I'm going to start from that comment, and we can go through the other ones. So I'll give you a little more backstory. That ended up in my bowl a while back because there was a couple that they would have threesomes. They would pick, and they had threesomes. But what happened was the guy started to have a relationship with one of the people they had a threesome with at one point. And the woman thought everything was cool. Like they're still having these threesomes with permission. But he started this relationship with one of the people they had a threesome with a while back, and he ended up leaving his wife for this woman that he had a threesome with. And she was just devastated about it. And, you know, his thing was like, you should have never gave me permission. You opened up the door and it happened. And I ended up having feelings for her and I couldn't help it. And that, you know, what happened, even though they were going on, still they were swingers. They would have that kind of spice in their relationship.
Yeah.
He went back and he started having a relationship with this woman. And then he got out of all of that. And the slap in the face was, he was saying, and the woman he got with, they decided they would never do anything like that. And they would never allow someone in the relationship because the love she has for him and he has for her. So, and the respect. And so the woman was just like, what? And so that ended up in my bowl because it's so many ways that can go. My big thing with permission or not, you cannot control emotions. You cannot control feelings.
Yeah.
So when you give permission, you need to know what you're signing off on, all those things that the fine print that's not in the big part. Oh, we have permission for us to go and have somebody else, you know, come into our bedroom or, you know, be sexual with. But those other things that you might sign off on that you don't know it. If you catch feelings, if the person experiences something with that other person they may not experience with you, that happens. You know what I mean? So I don't consider it cheating with permission, but I feel like once for me, and that's just what I want in my relationship, once you open up that door, you need to be open to all the other stuff too. Once you start, because I think people downplay the whole connection of sex. It's a connection that's happening. Yeah. I know people will be like, I could be with a whole bunch of people and it's nothing. That may be you, but that doesn't mean that's the other person that you're having a threesome with. That doesn't mean that your wife or husband might not have some connection where they get attached to them. You can't control other people and their emotions. So when you open it up, and I got a hard time dealing with one person's emotions. Me bringing a third person in, that's a lot. I have to hope that this person don't catch feelings, it's not crazy. They're going to really say this is a one-time thing, and it really is, and it's not any other stuff going on. Like, what if your husband, I'm saying because I'm a woman, or whatever, whoever you would, put it down on the person you guys brought in so cold, they addicted now. They really are like, dang, I've never had anybody do me like that. So it could be some stalker type shit that happens. It could be they just coming back and they want more. And what if the person is like, okay, you know, that side thing happens, like how that ended up in my bowl. I think with threesomes, foursomes, swinging, whatever, permission or not, you need to know you could sign up for. You're saying yes to a whole lot of other things, a whole lot of possibilities. If they don't happen, great. But I always say brace yourself for if they do, you know. And the fact that he wasn't wanting to have a threesome with the woman he left for, when he was like, I would never disrespect her, I wouldn't want to share her because of the love I have for her. And the lady was just like, you know, that's crazy. But I think he might get it. Like, I don't even want to open up that gate. He understood a gate was open. And he understood he didn't want it open with this one, so there was no permission given. And my thing is, if you want to, I just feel like before you get into like relationship, I think if that's what you want to do, you should do all that stuff before. Because
and if that's what you want to do, before you decide to settle with someone, be transparent up front about what the things that you're interested in or might want to explore. Put that shit up front, communicate that in the beginning so the person can say, okay, you know, I really see a future with us, but I don't know if I want to go down that road. Or I see a future with you. I guess I can maybe try it out, but at least give them the heads up so they don't get into something and later down the line you want to have threesomes and stuff. It's like we talk about communication all the time.
But I think some people don't even know. I think that they are testing something out and some things just happen. You know what I mean? They think that it's good, like, we're just gonna do this, and like I said, you can't control emotions or desires, or like, hey, I kind of like this, I want to do more. So I would, for me, if somebody already is kind of wanting to or interested in that, they might want to do all that before they get with somebody that doesn't want to do that. If you get with somebody and that's what you guys do and you're open to, you know, somebody possibly leaving, or maybe not, you just know the job was dangerous when you took it. I see a long comment right there.
I can't say who this conversation reminds me of, but
you said what?
Yeah.
What you say?
I said I'm not even going to say who this conversation reminds me of. A known couple in Hollywood. Just
if we were on a game show, I could win.
Drama.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know you could win because
that's crazy.
They make you think that it's all fake. You know what I'm saying? Just
like we said last week. There is power in choice. I choose to not go. I don't want to be. I gave up all that when I got with you. I don't want to do that anymore. That's me.
Yep.
I saw a bunch of comments. I saw a long comment.
I'm about to read them now. You got me writing. There is power.
Oh, you taking notes?
In choice. I be writing notes during our lives. So if you see me put my head down, I'm either texting notes or I'm writing stuff. You know, because they just when you drop in gems.
I put it in a snippet. There's people take away that whole choice. If a man knows that he can have me because of a Birkin bag, he can have me because of, you know what I'm saying, his status, his power, anything he can do for me, that is not choice. There is an exchange for service, right? But when I say I choose to love you, I choose to be loyal, I choose to want to just be with you, I don't want to be with anybody else. And I'm not saying that I'm pushing monogamy, you know what I mean? But when a woman chooses you, or a man chooses to not cheat, he chooses to not, you know, be disloyal, which are both the same, there's power in that. I could do it, but I choose not to. I could get, you know, even, I remember a friend of mine used to say all the time, you know, why don't you get upset? You know, I said, I pick and choose what I'm going to argue about. I pick and choose. And I choose not to make a funk about this. It's not worth it. I'm going to let that slide. I choose to not do that. It's bigger than this. You know what I mean? You got to see the bigger picture. So some people, it's not choose. It's an arrangement. It's an exchange for service. And that's why it's such a frustration when you see people saying, I don't know why they didn't do this. I did that. You know?
Yeah.
Because they still choosing not to be there. No matter how good you look, no matter what you're doing sexually, no matter how much money you spending on them, no matter how many surgeries you went under, whatever, they still stepping out on you because they choose to not be loyal.
Yep. All right, let me get into some of these comments. We had a few people that said you had permission, so they don't think so. Permission means to agree, Arkansas said. Journey of Legend said it was consent. Josiah said, I think it's not cheating depending on the stipulations. Milan said it wasn't her fault. He caught feelings. Journey of a Legend said, well, that comes with the territory. You're having soul ties created. Yeah, he saw how his ass got hooked and didn't want her doing that to him. Journey of Legend said, wait and Jill.
You intentionally didn't say it. That's an example of an arrangement.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah.
the math ain't math and something's off, because it's like, why is stuff still happening? Even within their permission, it was an entanglement. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. If the man gave you permission, why is it still a problem? Why is it even out to the world like this? Because people catch feelings and have their sides of the story. You got one man coming out telling his side, and now she got to go and tell her side. And you see, you can't even, stipulations and all, you still could not stop all that from happening. You see? Emotions. I don't got time for it. I'm not trying to figure out a whole nother person. I don't want it. I got enough dealing with one. Before we go to your question, there was a question that was submitted before Sipping Live started today. I got it this morning, actually. And the question is from Meredith Grad, and it reads, what 2 questions would you ask to get the most information about a person, about who a person truly is? So what 2 questions would you ask to get the most information about who a person truly is?
I don't think that it's more so about asking questions. I think it's about listening to things they say and observing their actions. A question seems so like interviewish, and you can ask general questions because you want to get to know people, but I think it's more so just listening to the things that they say and watching people's actions, watching how they treat others, you know. I don't know that I have specific questions I would ask people, because I could say like, oh, what is your ideal life? You know, you can give me what you desire. That's not going to tell me the type of person you are. You know, I can ask you, well, what do you think about this current event? You may have a opposite opinion of me, but that also doesn't tell me necessarily the type of person you are. I would literally have to just listen to the things you say and watch the things you do and just observe, and then come up with the conclusion of the type of person you are. Because sometimes, to be honest, you don't know who a person is up front. You meet a person's representative before you meet who they truly are. I mean, shit, I done dealt with people I didn't know that they were going to turn out the way they turned out years later, you know? So I don't know. For me, I don't think that there's any specific question that I can ask someone to really know who they truly are.
Well, I'm a little on the other side of that, because I'm all about questions. Questions condense time frames, and I'm about time. And while I do agree with you about, you know, you still have to spend, you know, you might learn more just through interaction. There are some things I think you can ask people up front that can give you a general idea if this is something you even want to entertain. And that depends on the nature of the relationship. I think when you're dating, there are definitely questions I'm going to ask out the gate, a couple, to truly, not just truly see who you are, but do I want to even give you my time? Because at the end of the day, you know who you are. So you know who you are. You know what you come to the table with. So if it's dating, even, and friendships too, there are things I will ask, and I do want to hear how they respond. And it's not in such, like you said, interview type thing, but there are things I will intentionally ask just to kind of see what a person's thoughts or opinions are on that question. And that can determine the trajectory of how we move forward, be it friendship or relationship. You know, if I ask you randomly at lunch, you know, if it's someone you're thinking like, oh, this seems like this could be a good fit for a friendship, and I got some spaces open for friends, you know, I'm looking for some friends, you know, as a job looks for requirements on a resume, and I feel like questions and things of that nature should be asked when it comes to your time. and you having relationship or allowing people to, you know, to take your energy, efforts, and all that. I'm big on asking questions. So for me, if it were dating, you need to know what are some deal breakers for you that if you found out sooner rather than later, just from asking a question, that's going to save you time because you know this person doesn't go in your dating pool. This is not someone. So, if, for example, if I am actively on dating sites and I match with someone and I see they're attractive and, you know, we're attracted to each other, you know, that's the first thing off the table. I'm going to start asking some questions, and they may not come into, you know, come in rapid form, like you said, interview, but I'm going to put them in there somewhere in, you know, the conversations that we're having. And if some of those are red flags or deal breakers for me for relationship, I just save myself some time. I save myself time for putting you in a position that clearly it wouldn't be a good fit for us. Same with friendships, values. People's values determine a lot for me what kind of relationship we can have. Now, I'm not going to just tell somebody out the gate, tell me all the values you have as a person. But I may, you know, through the course of conversation, and that's, you know, hanging out, and not a lot. I'm very intentional when I know I want to know if we can have a friendship, or I want to know if we can have a relationship. Or you just be as intentional as, do I want to work at this job? When you want to work at a job, you go in knowing, I know I want them to have a 401k plan. I know I want IRA. I know I like some vacation time. I know I want these type of hours because that complements my schedule because I'm going to school or I have kids. I feel like people should be just as intentional. So I'm asking questions. Value. I want to know what a person's value system is. I want to know what their goals are. And you don't have to ask them like that. I don't think it's what you say so much and how you say it. When people are just kind of very just nonchalant, you could end up being a person in my life that wants to do a lot of happy hours and going out a lot and taking a lot of my time, and it can become offensive because I don't have a lot of time to just be doing nothing. If I'm at a place in my life where I'm, you know, very intentional, I'm executing, you know, I'm really big on fulfilling my purpose. You know, you got to kind of check that stuff out. So I would ask, you know, so, you know, what you got going on, you know, what's on your plate right now? You know, what are things that you see yourself doing in the next couple of years? You know, you have any entrepreneurial endeavors? Are you looking to move up and, you know, do some career advancement? Because that'll tell me a lot about a person's time. They may say, oh, I'm definitely staying at the job I'm at. I can't even look for another job if I wanted to. I got so much going on at home and I was in this relationship. People start telling you a lot. And that can kind of give you a better idea of like where they fit with you. I don't like wasting time. So questions for me, I want to know, for me, that I wouldn't say it's two at Meredith Grad. It would be more so I want to know where a person places high value. If I want to know where they're intentionally placing their time right now. When we meet, what you got going on, you know? Are you just kind of just bouncing through life, you know, and it's like, hey, it's whatever? Or do you have some stuff, you know, some irons in the fire, some things on the list that you're checking off? And then you need to look at yourself individually. What are some big things for you that could be a deal breaker for friendship or anything, you know? And you can kind of segue those questions in, you know, just asking. You'd be amazed at what people will tell you. So I love asking because people have the don't ask, don't tell. And I find out, you know, 6 months after giving up my time that, you know, you didn't have no plans. You just kind of was floating through life. And that's why we bumping heads, because you feel like I don't never have any time to hang out with you. And, you know, so one of the questions for sure, I need to know where a person places a huge amount of value on their time. Like, what do they do with a lot of their time other than work? And, you know, do they have time to take on new relationships or hang out? Do they, you know, what do they do? And I don't think there's anything wrong with asking that. And then you need to, the second question is something that only you would know as a deal breaker. Like, I would never entertain a person as a friend or anything more than that relationship wise if they did this, or, you know, if they were a part of something like this. So hopefully that answers the question. I feel like I was all over the place. But I'm the question person. Questions, condensed time frames for me. I'm asking questions.
I'm gonna read some of these comments. Journey of a Legend said, I mean, if you ask the right question, you possibly could pick up on something that would help you make some decisions. But I definitely feel questions are not enough. Milan said, I think if you have specific deal breakers, it may be good to ask those early if you can observe something in particular. Journey of a Legend said, there's definitely a process. Milan said, if you can observe, and then
that was it.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully. Yeah, I have to just observe people because I know I could ask questions, but I still got to be around you just a little bit. Some people I know just from talking to them right away that it's like, not my journey, you know, but some people I just got to be around you a little bit more to just really feel your energy to determine if I want to even give time into even asking more questions or see where something goes, whether it's a friendship, relationship, you know, hell, even with my family. I know we family, but do I want to answer your call?
Well, it sounds like,
you know, do I have a relationship? I don't have a relationship.
It sounds like
certain people
like
in my
it's
family,
a balance, you know, of both questions and some of your time.
Exactly. Because deal breakers and what people place value on is very important. You know what I'm saying? And that could just weed out the process for you. But I know I'm an energy person too. So I have to see the flow of things. But I pretty much am good at summing people up in the beginning. But then clearly in some things, you know, you start to see people for who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? Later down the line. So it's like it's one of them things that sometimes you just don't know until you get into
You're
it.
welcome.
You know, besides the deal breaker and the high value thing.
Thank you for
know?
submitting the question, and hopefully we, you know, gave some other insights, you know, our
answer,
our thoughts and perspective on it. But I'm a question. I ask questions, and then it's like as my husband says, a setup. Because then I watch how you move. Like they told me, but that's not what they do. No.
Now you got to observe what you gonna do about what you. I'm watching everything that you said. Now, are you?
Because, like you said, people will show you their representatives for real. They put their best foot forward.
Boy, they put their best foot forward. That's for decades.
That's the worst. Like, you know how they say on the minutes? I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time.
Yeah. Bitch, I can't reclaim the time that was already stolen from me. How do I get that back? Can someone tell me how I get that time back?
Undervalued and undervalued and overly given away freely. People give it up so easily, and it has such high value. I value my time more than money. I'd rather me lose some money, or I gave you some money. It's like, cool, lesson learned. But you start cutting in a time in my life. Man, I feel so disrespected.
Got a huge problem. We gonna fight if you done fucked with my time. Like I have not talked to people over fucking with my time. I don't play that stuff. Like money,
but you know,
but don't fuck with my time.
And this is good because this ties back to the question. If you're dealing with someone that doesn't value time the way you do, it can already be a problem out the gate. Because they don't place a high value on time and making appointments, and, you know, showing up. I said I would, but I'm not. No. So that's their world. And here you are over here like, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I show up, I'm going to show up on time. If I do this. So it's just like, it's not a good fit. Doesn't make them a bad person, but you ask the right questions and kind of gauge it a little bit. Watch them. You'll save yourself some time.
Journey of a Legend said, y'all be okay.
I do.
Hell yeah. First you said you bought the bottle of beer at 11:30. Now you bought the bottle of beer at 12. Exactly. I'm like, that's 30 minutes. You know, you done fucked up, right? For real, because I take every little tidbit. I be like, I'm the type of person, like, I start thinking back, like, hold on. A whole week later, I'd be like, Now this person said this, but now that I'm really thinking about it, this is what really happened. And then they said this 2 weeks ago. So the math ain't mathing. So I just, that's me. I'm going through text messages, everything. I'm recalling conversations. And I'm like, oh, I got the whole investigation board with the string and the dots. Because I'm like, something just ain't right. Hold on. Let me just revisit, because I can't fuck with you now.
I don't know why when you were saying that, all I kept thinking of was R. Kelly. I'm trapped in the closet. Trapped in the closet. Do you remember when he released that? Yeah. And they were doing open the closet and out of a midget.
Yes. My older sister was on that shit like crazy. She knew word from word.
Was theatrics in, because the drama, and he was singing, it was like a dramatic musical. People coming out the closet, hiding under beds, the police officer pulled the person. That was genius, because everybody was watching Trapped in the Closet. Who in the comments does not know? Who does not know about R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet? Yes, it was Journey of Alexis soap opera. It was crazy. It was a soap opera. Wait, Arkansas Barbie's.
And it was chapters.
But listen, remember he was releasing them, and you had to wait. I was like, I don't even like series. Yeah. I was waiting for it. Like, ooh.
But you can know, like, he was so good at storytelling from all his stuff with Ronald Isley and all them. Like,
and it was good. Like, anybody that hasn't seen that, you got to go back and
get an Oscar for
the one that blew my mind when he said he opened the closet and out came a midget. I was like, why did you put that? And out came a midget, and he did a little blink on. Anybody that has not seen R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, you need to go find it and watch all 22. You will be on the floor, because it's just crazy, but it was really creative. It was super creative.
Definitely a classic. It's definitely a classic.
I don't even know what when you were talking, I was thinking about that. I'm trapped in the closet. Yes, Milan. When he said, out came a midget. But I love when he be like, who's in that closet? I'm gonna open the door. And she's like, don't do it. Yes, don't do it. I'm gonna go back and watch that. I'm gonna try to find that tonight.
I already done Googled it right here.
It's gotta be on a platform.
It's 22 chapters. When you Google R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet,
is it on something else?
Is it probably right there? It looks like you can watch it on YouTube. So if you Google R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet, it's by the Lost Archives. Here it is right here.
Oh, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight, because it's just gonna tickle me.
He got the whole WB Studios in the background. Well, it's Chicago, actually.
If anybody
in
the live that has not seen it, you gotta watch it. If you come back next Sunday, you gotta tell me what you thought about it, because it's hilarious. And it was just so creative, because it kept me coming back, and I'm a very, very hard critic. I'll watch one episode of a series and be like, I'm not watching this, because she's getting on my nerves. They dragging it out. I want him dead already. I just don't have the patience. But that Trapped in the Closet.
Yep. Classic, yo. Classic.
R. Kelly.
Which then makes me want to just make this my topic instead of pulling from my bowl.
You gonna make Trapped in the Closet your topic?
Okay, I will. No, I want to make my topic. Do you separate the art from the individual in what they do?
That's a good one. You're talking about like with R. Kelly, what he's got going on versus his art.
Mm-hmm. And then you think about so this is going to be my topic. I'm not even going to pull from the bowl, because we just got into this whole thing. And I asked that question because it's almost like we as society pick and choose who we say ban their art. when it's not just their art, you have to realize other people played a part in the art. You know, they were just a small percentage. You have people who are writers, people who are producers, who get paid off of this music more than the artist gets paid, even down to movies. There's a whole staff that puts this together, down to the cinematographer, graphic designers, editors. But I think in society, we pick and choose who we want to cancel cancel the person, cancel the art. So when you see things like this going on, do you separate the person from their art and continue enjoying their music or their movies? Or do you ban them as a whole?
I think for me, it comes down to individual, how the individual is affected. Because some people are really into, like, I've seen people cry over, you know, certain people's music discography. Like, you don't understand, this changed my life. Like, I mean, I felt like I knew this person.
Exactly.
They went through me with the struggle. And so the connection, I for me, determines how, you know, I do it. And I am one of those people, raise my hand, I'm guilty. I can't, if too much of what you got going on begins to spill over into your music, it starts to affect me. It does. And I think that's one of the unfortunate things, the gift and the curse of social media and stuff now. For R. Kelly, since he was the person we were talking about, once all this stuff came out, I was never going to his concerts anyway. I'm just not a concert person. But I do feel like with all that being brought to light, I wouldn't now knowingly go to the concert, but I wouldn't go like how you see when some of these players leave certain teams, they start burning their jerseys and stuff. I'm not going to like start breaking CDs. I could never play a song. If it's in rotation, it's in there. And it's like, man, he's really good. You know, he's a great singer. That is a talent he has. The character of the man is in question. Or, you know, I don't even know what's going on, if he was convicted or whatever, but it's different when you see people doing stuff on social media and then releasing work, but they just like their attitude, just the type of people that does, the lines begin to blur. Like, I hear your music, but you're just a jerk on social media. Like, they've captured, TMZ has captured you being rude to people, and, you know, you're having these interviews and saying things that are outlandish. That does begin to affect how I can now there are people that have left my playlist and rotation because I just can't take you as a person. You made it a point to be so heavily, you know, in social media for the craziness and the extras you're doing and being nasty and stuff. I don't even want to hear your music but you did that to yourself. I feel the same way with people maybe off of my heads with Bill Cosby. They can never take the Cosby Show away from me. They can never take that away from me. That was him being Dr. Huxtable. That's not Bill Cosby, the man. The fact that they attacked the legacy, and that was, for me, my mother only allowed us to watch TV on Thursdays. We watched the Cosby Show. For me to see a Black doctor and lawyer and to see the Black family functioning like that, fictional or not, it's still planting a seed that, hey, this is something I've never seen. You see Seventh Heaven, the Brady Bunch, and all these other shows where they're, you know, other families, white, you know, whatever else. But that Black family, it was fictional. And I felt like for them to try to tarnish the legacy of the Cosby Show, you got Felicia Rashad there, you got Raven Simone, you got Keisha Knight Pulliam, you got Malcolm Jamal Warner, all those people. I felt like that was wrong to try to attach what he did as a man to that show. Now, if he was on that show and the people were being sexually assaulted on the show and the women, like, and it crossed over lines like that. Like, that whole time that show was going on, Claire Huxtable was being drugged, and, you know, the girls were being assaulted on there. His daughter Vanessa and Denise. Like, now the lines are blurred, and it touched that. But I felt like the two should have been kept separate, because Bill Cosby, the man, is not Dr. Huxtable. I mean, if that's the case,
exactly,
we could start blurring lines with, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble. I know it. Superman is with Lois Lane in the movies, but Henry Cavill is gay in real life. Are we gonna blur the lines? How could he be with Lois Lane when in real life he's with a man? I mean, I don't understand why he can't just have a boyfriend in Superman because he really likes men. That, to me, Superman is fictional. It's a movie. Lois Lane is his love interest. That's what's written in the story. I don't look at Henry Cavill as, he's not really Superman. Now, I do understand some studios detach people from projects because of, you know, the negative blowback they're getting, you know, when the press, and that's a choice because that's their money and they're hoping, you know, ticket sales and things. But me as a consumer or a fan, you know, Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show, I thought that was unnecessary. R. Kelly and the music, I think they're completely separate. But when you start getting in social media, being a jerk and saying crazy stuff on your soapbox, and you allow me to see so much of you, it's like, I don't even want to hear you because you're overwhelming me over here. You're doing too much, you know? Another one is going on right now. Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion. That, to me, is all blurred. It's that I cannot separate. It's all blurred.
Oh, that shit be very blurred.
I read a comment the other day where she was like, my partner is embarrassed because so much of my sexual history is coming out. And I was taken aback because when you could say you fuck niggas for the bag and he gonna do this for your friends, you gonna break his bank, and you come out on stage and throw your ass cheeks and drop it and all. What embarrassment? You sell sex. You sell sex to everybody. Anybody that's listening knows what you do. So how can you be embarrassed when you sell it? And that goes back to what you said that time about Future saying he doesn't do the drugs, but he sells, but the music. Like, how are you embarrassed? You come out and pretty much throw your cat on the stage, your tissy cat, spread your cheeks, all that. Your lyrics say sexually what you doing and how you breaking men and you leaving for broke and you gonna get what you want. Like, it's just like prostitution for me. You know what I'm saying?
That shit, because there was this Instagram model a few years back recording at Q Studio, and his friend was there writing for her. Mind you, she's always naked, cheek spread, everything on Instagram. So she didn't like the lyrics that his friend was writing. She said that they were too explicit. I'm in the other room. I think I was on the phone with KK. I was like, you don't want these explicit lyrics, but that's what you put on social media. You think the people who are following you on social media, first of all, want to hear your music? No. Second of all, they want to see you keep spreading cheeks because in all of your comments, it's men predominantly. So why do you
if you pull up
explicit lyrics?
Meg Thee Stallion song right now and read the first 4 lines. I mean, so I don't want to make it about her, but I was using her as an example. It's all blurred for me. It's blurred for me. If she was if I was listening to her before on some like, ooh, I'm gonna break him for his bag, get him for whatever, I would have stopped because it's like, you're whack. It's the way you're coming out. It's just, you know, it's wrong, and I don't want to be looked at. It's like, that's what you sell. Why are you saying your sexual history? She was just on stage a couple of weeks ago saying once it was released that she slept with this other rapper, the baby. It's my body. I can do what I want with my body. I'm like, okay, so which is it? Are you like, hey, it is what it is? Or are you really like, I don't want people to deem me this way or know my sexual history? It's a hot girl summer. Come on.
Yeah. And even to go further with this whole cancel culture, just thinking about like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, because this Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lane, it gives me a headache just thinking about everything going on. Like you said, it's blurred. You can't even what the fuck's going on. But I think about, and I don't be one to make it a race thing, but you see how quick they be to just cancel Black people and their art. Yet you got Harvey Weinstein. You not canceling his movies. You know what I'm saying? Paddington is still on fucking Netflix. Mm-hmm. The Upside still on Netflix. Let's see what other movies I done seen on here. The Butler, Mandela, Fruitville Station. Hell, I just watched Fruitville Station 2 weeks ago downstairs on the 3rd floor. So why is it that we're so quick to cancel Black people's art, but is it because Harvey Weinstein is more powerful in the industry? Yeah, there's many people who work on these projects, but like I said, there's many people who work on projects of music too, and other TV shows that these Black people shows or music have fed. You know what I'm saying? So why is there
I just think individually we sometimes downplay the power of our dollar and the power of our the power of choice. We don't have to be done with what happened.
Because I had a question in mind.
I think that we downplay the power of our dollar and the power of choice. We don't have to cancel these people because a majority or social media or the world is saying cancel them. You have a choice, and what you do, if everybody individually would just say, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm not doing this, it speaks volumes, and there's strength, it's numbers, it grows. I think because people will kind of just downplay, like, what's me not going, spending my dollar, they're going to make a difference, or, you know, what's me still saying that the Cosby Show has legacy? Don't worry about that. Just exercise the power of your dollar and the power of your choice. And be bold in it, you know? If it's like, wow, I think that if, who was it? Was it Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle went back and forth with Netflix. Was it Netflix or was it, I don't want to say HBO, but remember he was like, don't watch my stuff. Remember Dave Chappelle was like, don't watch it. Yeah. He said that and people didn't watch it. And time passed and he's like, we good now. So clearly him saying that, enough people exercise their choice, you know, and I can't remember the whole ins and outs of it, but he specifically was asking for people not to watch it because it not to like the terms of the contract, or they weren't giving him what he asked for, or was without permission, whatever it was. And it's like, I'm not getting the money that I'm due on that. So don't. He asked his fans and they did it. Yeah. And I believe that if we individually would just take it upon ourselves to be like, I'm not spending my money over there because I'm not about that. I wish this is an experiment that I wish would just happen. So when someone does something wrong and everybody's talking about it, I'm like, man, people could literally just go unfollow someone. You literally could just go unfollow. If everybody tomorrow just decided, you know what? I don't like Beyonce anymore. I don't. Everybody unfollow her. If everybody really just is like, unfollow, she literally could wake up tomorrow with no followers. And that's why I say we have more and we do less. We do less with more than. I just watched The Help last night, and I don't usually watch like The Butler and Color Purple, like those, but The Help, I really love the cast. I'm a huge Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer. I like Emma Watson. Not Emma Watson. It's Emma Stone. Yeah. I can't think of the one with the red hair right now, but all the women in there that I like were in there. Jessica Chastain. So I was loving it. I love the empowerment of back then. When I look at what they were going through and how they band together and how they made shit happen. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have likes, comments. No, they literally were like, he was in one scene, he was in the diner and he told the girl, you need to go to Miss Alberdine's house now. There was not a phone call, nothing. Like somebody had to go tell him to tell the next person, like, Harriet Tubman was freeing slaves with no cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't send a text to anybody. There was no, you know, nothing shared. We have more power now. We can send one message to millions, you know, in minutes, and we get less done. We get less done, you know? And I might be kind of like going off topic, but I just feel like we undervalue not just time, but the power we have as individuals with our dollar and choice. Like, we are $1 trillion consumers. We make people who they are. And people that they need to be canceled. It's like, you get it over here, but you don't get it over here. You mad about Nike doing.
Yep.
People will be on rants about Nike shouldn't have done that to so and so. Well, stop fucking buying it. Unfollow the page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you go buy 2 days
don't
later.
wear anyone. Don't go on social media and burn it. Just don't do it. And tell everybody, I love it. Just do it. Just don't do it. So I would love for it's like, you know, I'm not doing it. Nobody in my family's buying it anymore. Oh, okay. They told their friends not to buy anymore. Everybody's 20 of us unfollow the page. We're not going to any of their Black Friday sales. Like, they did that. They boycott the bus. They did so much, and it was less. We are just like, I hate to say it. It's like all talk. We like, yeah, we don't wear that.
It is all talk.
And then the next day it's like, they album dropped though. Hey, it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
It's funny because us talking about this, I had saw on social media and it said, do Black people really have the financial power to cancel someone? And yes, we do, because we have $1 trillion buying power. We have the highest buying power of anyone. Imagine if we blacked out for just a day, blacked out for 2 days, blacked out for 5 days, but just a 24-hour blackout with our dollar makes a difference. But you guys want to be just a trend on social media, hashtag cancel culture and all this shit, but you're just talking, you're not doing. I don't need you to fucking burn your Balenciaga, bitch. They already got paid off.
They don't just do the hashtag and all that. They come together when you talk, when you say something bad about the Barbs, they be, don't talk about Nikki. Oh, don't talk about Nikki. You say something bad about the Beehive is coming, the Beehive. I remember sitting up with my son. It was like, I think it was my son and my husband. We were all watching like these different $1 million homes. Like, they were showing these homes, and they were like, Jay-Z and Beyonce are looking for a home in Bel Air, and they were showing the houses that they said that they had looked at. And one house they showed, they were like, this is the handbag tycoon's house. He has a $30,000 candy room and the backyard. And so all I said after we looked at it, because the house was cold, who in the hell is the handbag tycoon? Jay-Z and Beyonce are looking to buy this handbag tycoon's house. He's a handbag tycoon, a tycoon. I'm like, I want to know who this is. And here's my thing. When I got that kind of money that they have, I don't want to buy something where somebody's ass has already been on the toilet seat. I want it built from the ground up. But I feel like, and this is a whole nother topic, we have been so conditioned to want a seat at everybody else's table. You get money, I need to move to Beverly Hills. I got to be in Calabasas. I need to be where everybody is. And it's like, that's where everybody, if you live over there, man, everybody gonna know you that deal. If you wear this big chain, you go to Johnny Bling, everybody. We've been conditioned to desire acceptance. We have to be accepted. Like, please, did I make it enough? Am I big enough yet? Oh, I got the Birkin bag. Oh, I got the Saint Yves Saint Laurent, the shoes on. Is that enough? I'm like, how are you not wearing your own shoes? How are you not having your own estates? Why do I have to move to Beverly Hills when I can go and buy the land and build my own? I can have fucking Carter Estates if I want to, and pick who my neighbors are. And they're not writing.
And probably for less than
and they're not writing something on the side of the house that makes me and my family feel less than, like they did LeBron. You know what I mean? I just feel like
Yeah.
We have been taught and conditioned for so many years that we are consumers. We are not owners. You know, we don't, it's like, can I play on the team? Can I sit at your table? Can I own the team? Can I own the land? And I believe it's just a mindset that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation, and we're not taught or empowered or equipped to move differently, you know? So when you start talking to people about unfollowing or exercising the power of their dollar or whatever, it's foreign to them. First of all, they feel like, what's that going to do? Everybody else, they already have all these fans. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's what a movement is. If you do it and tell your friends to do it and then tell the next person to do it and next person, I mean, how do you think slaves are free? You know what I mean? And I know somebody may be like, the correlation is extreme, but it's not though. How did they get stuff done without cell phones, without the damn internet? They were braiding hair, and those were like passages. Like, the stuff I've read is just cold. It's like, wait a minute, they were braiding in people's hair the route to get places? Do you know how cold that is? Like, you braided that in somebody's hair? Wait a minute. You were able to get a message for everybody on all these different farms at 11:59 at night. We're going to all move this way. No cell phone, no tweet, nothing. Like, I believe if they were looking at us now, they'd be disappointed. Like, damn, y'all kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like,
it showed our power back then. We have so much power now, and we don't know how to utilize it. We don't know how to be individualized. We are just in this world following what society tells us to do and be, instead of being what we know we should be and what our ancestors fought so hard for.
They say how many times the dollar circulated within the Black community? I've heard it before. I don't know how many times. Like, but here's the thing that throws me with it. Do you know that once we get the dollar, it's already planned? It's like water in our hands, how they're going to get it back. Every rapper, every actor, actress, I've seen it repeatedly. Every time they get some money, they got the bling on their neck. They got this car. I'm like, you can get your own car design. Why are you wearing some other designer stuff? Why? It's like water in our hands. Let's figure out a way we can make it bling, shine, and let them know you got to have this. You got to, if you really got money like that, you're gonna have this kind of car. Says who? Since when did me putting money in your pocket validate who I am? When did it validate because I was driving a Maybach? Maybach is not my name. You can go and get concept cars designed. It would cost you less. You can go to where the cars come out if you go to Europe. But I think the mind is so much so now where it's just like, I gotta belong. You know, I gotta belong. I gotta be able to afford what he can afford. If he got a chain, I gotta have a chain too. If he's in a Maybach, I gotta have a Maybach too. And that's how the money goes right back to everybody else other than ourselves, you know? So we went from cancel culture to slaves, from trapped in the closet.
The Black dollar circulates 6 hours in the Black community.
I believe it.
6 hours.
I believe it. And don't let me get started on the metaverse. I'm the outlier all the time. I want to know. I don't want to own nothing in it. Here's the deal.
What the fuck is the metaverse? This is just Sam's 2.0.
This is my crazy little thought. This is my crazy little thought. I think that people sit up others and say, how can we get the money back from them? We're going to make a place called the metaverse that doesn't even exist. And we're going to tell them you can buy stuff in metaverse and then be like, oh, let's make sure we circulate it marketing wise. Like, L just bought this in the metaverse. Oh, can you outdo L in the metaverse? And I'm like, who the fuck owns the metaverse? Right.
She's got a birthday bag in the metaverse.
But just like everything else, we can play on the team, but we can't own it. I don't want to buy shit, but can I be part owner in the metaverse? Who owns the metaverse? That's what I want. Can I own the
Thank
metaverse?
you.
I want to buy some stake in the metaverse. I don't want to own shit in the metaverse. I want to buy stake in the metaverse. But I bet you start dipping over there. Oh no, you can't be owning a piece of the metaverse. You can buy something in the no, because you guys are getting money back from us.
Yeah.
Through the metaverse.
Exactly.
They come up with
through some virtual shit that ain't even going to bring no value to me. Can the metaverse build me a house right now?
They sit in a room.
Find me some acres?
No, they sit in the
metaverse improve my credit.
I'm telling you, I bet you they're sitting in a room. But you know how funny that has to be to know, and it's so sad and it's unfortunate. No, but it's unfortunate. Do you imagine how many laughs are had at the expense of Black consumers? The shit we buy. The shit we buy.
Laughs. Many. They're like,
because I
got them again. Got them again.
Okay, so
works every time.
A history lesson. I paid $8,000, $5,000 for the Birkin, right? My name's not even on it. I didn't get to choose the color. If it's made out of lambskin, I want the design. Like, why am I paying? I can get my own bag designed for less. It's my shit.
Exactly. And then still pay the minimum or order quantity for a few that you can pre-sell off, and you still saved $5,000 off that $8,000, which means then you can say, I'm gonna put $1,000 towards marketing. I'm gonna put the rest up and see how it goes. And you still have cushion. So if your pre-sales are crazy, then you can go back to the manufacturer and say, hey, I need 50 or 100 more bags. Here's this. And the more you buy, the lower your wholesale price per piece is, which means you're still saving money because you didn't necessarily put too much up front because your pre-sales fucking paid for
that just hurts
your
somebody's
shit to
head,
get made.
probably, if you were explaining that out in the world. They'd be like, girl, I'm not about to do all that shit. I'm just going to buy me a Birkin.
Bitches common sense.
Listen.
Bitches common sense. Okay?
Listen. Birkin bags, red bottom shoes, no dig on it, anybody else, but I'm not paying nobody that type of money and you not coming and fitting it to my foot, and I get to pick the bottom of it, what kind of cushion is on it, if it's fit to, because my foot is wide. I want some say in what's on my feet for that type of money. And I'm not about to be on Who Wore It Best. I remember I saw Marjorie Harvey and Beyonce had the same shoes on, Yves Saint Laurent, but they look like peacock feathers or something. And they were like, who wore it best? Do you know I would be clutching my chest if I showed up on a red carpet and I'm a diva and I have on the same shoes that somebody else has on, and I got that kind of money and I lack that type of creativity?
Stylist.
Wait a minute.
Stylist.
I got shoes that she have on? No.
But remember when everyone was on the red carpet with Hervé Leger bandage dresses? And the Louboutin pumps with the bedazzle on them? All the exact same pumps in the Hervé Leger.
And that is how you market to the Black community. And that is how we continue for the dollar to go through our hands like water. And it goes to the other ones. And that is why we're $1 trillion consumers.
Yes. Yeah. And
what
we own not a goddamn thing.
I saw the thing, comments.
Let's get into these comments because they was popping. Hold on, let me scroll. Dang, I'm going far. Okay, hold on. I say respect. Okay. Arkansas said, like, how am I supposed to be mad at Chris Brown if Rihanna isn't? Meredith said, I say respect the art, not the person. Journey of Legends said, ooh, Cat from Shrek. Tootsie Cat, and I said it's Tootsie Cat. Arkansas said, I mean, she has lyrics about she fucks these niggas and she got brand new shoes. Journey of Legend said it's confusing because they want you to be what you rap about, but you don't want to be what you rap about. And Arkansas said, and Harvey still gets his royalty checks. Facts. Milan said it may be unpopular opinion, but I think her having a specific sexual history and her boyfriend being embarrassed about it is different when you see them in person testifying in a very public arena. It's one thing to know that your partner has been around the block, but it's another to have them explain what happens in person. They may have an understanding that there's professional and personal boundary, i.e. someone being in a relationship with a stripper, if that makes sense. I mean,
this is me.
But I feel like whether they're in court or not, the shit still be spilling into social media. So it's not like it's, for me, it's not like it's anything new. If the sexual history is being presented on social media is court of public opinion. Court is court of state of California, and the people just saying what's basically being said on social media.
On that comment, when I say keep the same energy, because it's so heavily pushed, if as this stuff was unfolding, it was like, you know, dang, she was coming out and she was just like, you guys, this is a lot for me. And not that she needs to, but if you start like that, you got to keep that same energy. Yeah. You can't come out and be like, it's my body. I do what I want to do with my body. Hot girl summer. But now it's an embarrassment thing. I'm not talking about the assault part or anything. I'm saying if you gonna be that across the board, because you're pushing that narrative to other females, young and old. You don't know who's hearing that. And if that's what's being heavily pushed, be that. Be that. Don't, if they want to get on Future for it, get on her for it too. I hate the double standard for men and then it's different for women. It should be the same across the board. If you saying you drinking lean and smoking and popping pills, and then it's like I don't want to talk about that type of drugs and stuff like that. I just feel like that's no. You talk about it and get paid off of it. Keep that same energy. So you can make money off of it, but now it's personal.
Yeah.
No, it's the same.
Yeah.
So you can make money off the backs of whoever, young, old, whatever. You can sell it. It is what affords you the lifestyle that you have. But now it's we're embarrassed about it. No, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. If that's what gets the greenbacks for you across the way, walk in them shoes the whole mile. Walk in them shoes the whole mile.
Journey of a Legend said to Milan, I understand what you mean, but what's messed up about an artist is they are influencing people. A stripper is not influencing anyone. Feel me? He then says, don't rap that shit if you don't want to be known for doing it yourself and want to be called real, and you write your own music, LOL. Arkansas said, we don't like to be inconvenienced these days. Journey of Legend said, we are Wakanda, LOL. Milan said, heavy on writing to be called real for writing your own music, LOL. I just think it's fair to feel embarrassed because it can cross over into your bag and getting business. Arkansas said, the way the Jewish people band together, we Black folks need to band together. Journey said, well, she might want to keep them phones off. Arkansas said, but the crazy part is Baldwin Hills was created because Black folks couldn't live in Beverly Hills. Milan said, social acceptance is huge. Journey said, some of them be acting the same way the people in Beverly Hills act in Baldwin Hills. Facts. Journey of a Legend. Oh no, that's Milan said, social acceptance is huge these days, plays a big part, but isn't everything. It's sad how much people bend backwards for it. I am AGP said, together we stand, divided we off. And then all of those people work with one another, is what Journey said. They literally are buying houses in the virtual world for hundreds and thousands of dollars. Milan said, if we are able if we were taught accurate history, I think we would have more empowerment. We weren't taught that our people built the pyramids and more. Arkansas said Snoop Dogg bought a painting for millions of dollars in the metaverse. Milan said, take away history, you automatically undermine potential. Where's our basis for foundation? We've been conditioned to think we are less than, but they play in our face with our physical feature and art. Arkansas said that they study how to get Black people to buy more. And Arkansas said, if I get some money, you're going to see me wearing the Regier pumps with the yellow pointed toe. And Journey of Legend said, it's like selling crack, but don't smoke it.
Good comments. That was a lot. I love when it's interactive there. I love it.
We took a couple left turns, you know. We just talked about 3 topics.
That's what it's about. Transparent conversation, and we're passing information. I like
goddamn
perspective is not to be argued, it's just to be given. And I think, like we always say, if it's something that you know you can use that assists you along the way, man, use it. If not, leave it right where you found it. So it's not to say right, wrong, you shouldn't, they shouldn't. It's just it's good insight, different perspectives. You may be enlightened by it, or it's like, oh, I didn't know that. You know, I'm not here to downplay anybody else's. I think it's good that all the information is going for it. It was your turn.
Yes.
No, it was your turn.
No, I went.
And then it was your turn to go in your bowl. I just got out of my bowl.
But that's why I said I'm not going to go in my bowl.
So it's my turn again.
And it turned into
it's good though.
Different topics.
That's how happy hour segue. Happy hour will segue. You'll start talking about one thing, like, how did we get here? I don't even know how we got over here. What are we talking about? You know? I wonder, should I stay in my spicy bowl? I think I can.
Journey of Legend saying spin off.
I think I can, because that wasn't spicy. We started educating. We went to the slaves and
I'm over here pulling up Google, looking for statistics.
I don't even know how we got from there to trapped in the closet.
I really don't even know how we even got on the whole R. Kelly thing. I don't
about
even remember.
Artists be separated from.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
But
say
why
R.
did
Kelly.
I even come
you
up
didn't
with
say
that?
It. I said I don't know why I keep thinking about. I'm trapped in the closet. Okay, with bitches.
Oh, and then we started, and I don't even know how that came on. But okay, I see. I get it.
I think I'm gonna go into my my spicy bowl, and see what's in there. Let's see. I used to have all the other things. This is gonna be very fun. This is gonna get super controversial. Nigger versus nigger. And I put that in my bowl because I am so over. Like I will call. I don't care what color you are. The way I was brought up, I remember my mom was in a store one time, and this lady, it was a white lady, and she was giving her money back, and I think she put it down on the conveyor belt and didn't put it in her hands, but she made the lady like, no, we put that in my hands. And when she came out the store, I don't know if she was talking or she was like, did you see what that nigga did? And I was like, oh my, Josiah is silly. He said, can you lend a nigga a pencil? So I feel like the two, I do get it. That when it's coming from somebody else, it can be offensive. I'm not offended if I'm acting ignorant and you call me a nigga. I wouldn't be offended if a white person was like, I know the tonality of it, and I wasn't raised that way. I totally get it. If a white person was like, this nigga over here, but I'd be like, no, you a nigga though. Like, I really would go back and forth because of how I was introduced to the word nigga. Nigga is anybody can get it. You just ignorant. This ignorant nigga over here, that nigga over there, that's my thing. Now, if you call me a nigger, then it's a problem.
Then that's the issue. You said Nigger.
Right. Did you see this nigger over there?
Bitch.
Right.
Did you say nigger or nigga?
Right.
I need you to repeat that one more time.
I had a problem with an artist. I'm not gonna. If you guys guess who it is, fine. I'm not gonna go there with him. But he brought a person on stage at his concert, and it was a white person, and they were rapping the lyrics, and they're like, yeah. And when it got to the part, the white person rapped something, nigga, and everybody was like, whoa, like, no. I didn't feel like there was anything wrong with it. First of all, when you pull the white boy up on the stage, you knew that song had nigga in it, but you want him to be accountable for it while he spends his greenbacks on your record, and he probably is at the house saying nigga all day. So I had a problem. I think it's wrong when you police any culture, specifically with rap, when you put nigga all through the lyrics, but they better not say it. Well, do I get a nigga discount? Do I get a discount when I buy your record?
Be told that white folks the one that's coming to your black ass concert, feeling thousands of dollars.
The nigga omitted version. Can I get the versions without nigga? So when I go to the concert, I will have never even heard the version with nigga in it, and it was heavily discounted because I got the non-nigga version. Like, I feel like there needs to be some sort of difference made if you're going to make a difference when you sell them the version with nigga, or you heavily say nigga, but it's like, you better not say it. You better not. Because depending on how you say it to me, I do feel like you shouldn't be calling anybody nigga that you don't know. Nigga or nigger. You don't know me, so you shouldn't be talking to me like that. But you gonna get that nigga with the A at the end if you acting ignorant. I will describe that to anybody I'm talking like, this nigga over here, or I know this nigga didn't. And it could be Asian, Black, Hispanic, Caucasian, whatever. But if the nigger, I think they try to merge the two. I think when they hear someone else say nigga, it's like nigger. You know what I'm saying? You better not. That's offensive. I'm like, wait a minute. So they can listen to the music. They can go spend their money on the nigga version, because niggas all throughout it. You didn't even give them another version. I can see if it's like, we don't sell the version with nigga in it to anybody that's not black. So you didn't even hear it that way. You heard another version, but you gonna take their money the same, but you better not say the nigga when you rap it. And that's how it ended up getting in my bowl, because of that particular situation that I saw. It was years ago. It's like, how you gonna get, everybody was booing the little white boy because he said nigga, and that was in the verse. And they like, we gonna try this again. I would have walked off the stage and been like, fuck the artist and fuck this concert, because I paid to come to your concert. I bought the album, and I'm up here rapping what you wrote as the lyrics. How is that offensive? You're saying nigga all through the song. So now when I say it, which it's the bar, then you gonna pause the music and be like, no. What you put me up on stage for? You know? So I have a huge issue with the people being taken aback with nigga in songs and all that stuff. You selling it. If you don't like people saying it, don't put nigga in the verse. Or do a nigga version and a non-nigga version. You got to show your black card to get the nigga version. You know? Like, just make it complicated.
And all that sensory just causes extra money.
Saying, and I'm being extreme with that, but I do think that we as a people can get real ridiculous sometimes with, I know they didn't rap that verse and say nigga. I know they didn't say, you cannot say that. It's like, why are you holding on to that ignorant term for dear life? You know?
And I'm guilty. Shoot, I be talking to anybody. No, I be on phone. I be like, nigga. And then, do I not say nigga or nigger because I'm half white?
Well, if your skin was showing more of the whites, you probably could get in trouble.
Then I probably can't say nigga or nigger. But I sure be like,
I'm telling you, you can catch me easy. I won't give the ER. if a person called me a nigger, I would know the intention of that, and I know you're trying to say something hurtful based on where it came from. But nigga, no. Even a white person, they might get mad.
It's like that.
Are you trying? I would probably laugh. Are you trying? You want the ER, not the A. You want the ER, not the A. You getting it wrong. Are you trying to insult me? If you are, you want to say nigger, and then we can go there. But you saying nigga, that's not gonna get my goat. Cause you acting like a nigger right now too. Yeah. You acting mad niggerish right now. This is some nigga shit right now, period. You know, and they'll probably be like, I'd be like, yeah, nigga, I'm talking to you. You the only nigga in here that I'm talking to. You got me worked up because you on this, like, it could go there. So nigga versus nigger. I know the comments. I see the comments.
They already started. Hold on, let me scroll down. Arkansas was like, Lord, with the shaking my head face, tonight's a good, guys. No topic has been off table, literally. The spicy emoji from Milan. Josiah said, can you lend him a pencil? Journey and Legend said, can you lend a nigga a pencil? Arkansas said, I'm going to fall off the couch laughing. Rick the Critic say, no, it's that hard R. Arkansas Barbie said, you catching these hands. Milan said that hard R, something else. Journey and Legend said, those colored folks. Rick the Critic said, anybody can be a nigga. Arkansas said, I try not to say the word, but sometimes it just slips or fits. It fits. Journey said, years ago they tried to ... Is this live? Milan said, what about someone growing up in predominantly Black communities saying the N-word? I think someone should read the room. What y'all think? And then Milan said, clarification, someone that isn't a Black person should read the room. Journey said to Milan, I've had no Black homeboys who've said it in front of me. I just tell them not to say it in front of everyone because everyone is not accepting of that and it won't end well. True. And then Arkansas just said, I know a lot of Spanish
I just want to
folks
say
who use
this
it like crazy.
I think people want to own that word nigga more than they own property, more than they own the right to elevate.
Yeah.
Like
they own more.
You're not even
the word nigga.
You have to even listen. Like when she said, "Read the room," I'm totally there. But you know when someone's trying to be offensive. When someone's saying in a rap song, or they like, "Nigga, what?" It's like, I know you didn't say. I know you. It's like. Own that you need to do better. You can own a lot of other things than you about to go to war with somebody over nigga. Are you serious right now? Really? Like, stop it. Nigga, please. Now, I'd be that person. If I was anything other than Black, and it's like nigga, and they looked at me, I'd be like, nigga, please. Because it's not, when you hear nigger, just the energy of it, you would know if somebody's trying to be, think about, you always think of somebody old and white saying it too. That nigger over there. It's like, what? Like it's not even the same energy of it. If somebody's like, and this nigga over here, again, it would be funny to me because you can't insult me because you a nigga too. And I think if people would look at it that way, the moment he fixed his mouth, anything other than Black to call me a nigga, he's a nigga too. Because you real ignorant, because that's not even my get down. So, nigga, please. They gonna get that right back.
I'm over here in the trademark seeing if nigger's trademarked. Actually, nigga's been trademarked a few times. Nigger, I don't see specifically, but I just thought, let me see. If any of it's trademark, let me go trademark this shit real quick.
Right. I can see Journey Religion said, stole my pies.
Mississippi.
I know it wasn't a nigga stole your pies. You doing the hard R.
I can't even tonight. I can't even.
So you guys, just think about it. And I say, you don't have to, but I show a little grace. You know who your circle, you know what your circle is. And I feel like it's really whack when you're amongst others and you guys listen to rap music or whatever's going on and they're comfortable, that's the homie or whatever. And they like, cause something nigga and everything. Now it's like, wait a minute. You know you don't say that. I'd be like, okay, and it's a bunch of other stuff I'm not gonna do no more either. My money, my time. I'd really, because I mean, I think it's really messed up to draw the line there. You know, especially if some, you know, if this is somebody you rock with, you know. Arkansas Barbie said Joe Rogan said it like 32 times on this podcast, and he is still making his money. Hey, and Arkansas Barbie, what and how was he saying it? Was he saying it like talking to someone else, or was he saying it on some like, you know, these niggas? Like, how was he saying it? Because it's not offensive to me. You can't offend me. Thanks to my mom, you cannot offend me with nigger. Nigger, it's a problem because I know what you're trying to do. But nigga, I'm going to call you the same thing back. Like, nigga, please. No, you up in here acting mad niggerish. No, you the nigga in this equation. It clearly isn't me. Because that bullshit you pulled, nigga, was, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. Yeah, because that's how I came up on the word. Just a different outlook on it, different perspective. Are you going to go one more time or are you done?
I think I'll leave it for tonight. I'll come back strong next week. I think we hit a lot today. I think we hit a lot today.
They were spicy. It was a spicy night, you guys, and we're going into the holidays spicy. Is Christmas next Sunday? So Sipping Live is on Christmas.
Just a week away.
Am I right? Or am I? I'm not looking at the calendar. Okay. So you guys, we will be here same bat time, same bat channel. I know some of you guys maybe with family, friends, participate in the festivities. If you want to bless us with your presence, we will be here dipping into our spicy and mild bowls. You know, doing what we do.
Get a lot of ho ho ho.
Look, and I was about to be like, okay. Yeah. I don't know if you pinned it yet, Elle. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, suggested topics, you can always shoot us an email to watchsippinglive@gmail.com. I check that before the live. If you get the question in there, that's great. We can include that in the live, and you know, you can hear different perspective and stuff like that. I'm just excited about what's to come. Dang, after that, we're going to have Sipping Live on New Year's Eve. That's going to be very interesting. But I will be here because I will not be in the streets. People are crazy.
I will be here. I'm pretty sure they'll have fireworks, and I have the perfect view because during 4th of July, I had literally front row seats from my big old window.
How can you tell the
fireworks on New Year's Eve?
Can you tell the difference between like fireworks and gunshots? And I'm saying that's wherever you're at. I don't even know the difference.
I can't, to be honest.
Pop, 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 pop.
They all sound pop, pop, pop. So while I might see the lights in the air, don't mean that there's not bullets.
They just down there acting like niggas.
Niggas. There go them niggas shooting shit up right now. Why couldn't we bring the New Year's Eve in? Just chill.
Did you finish your wine? Did anybody? I didn't finish mine. I have a little left.
I'm done. I done drank that water and that stuff. My stomach's sitting up high right now. It's like, go over it, girl.
Well, we had a good time, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always so good. I had such a good time.
Thank you.
I love hearing all the feedback and interaction and your thoughts. And I hope to see you guys next week. Be safe in this upcoming week. Don't go in the store acting like a bunch of niggas. And
please don't.
Don't do it, y'all. Represent us. You know, don't give somebody the ammunition to be like, I saw those niggas in the store. No. Go in there. If it's not available, you just missed out. Don't act crazy. Make it, you know, through your week safely, the holiday safely. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. We'll raise our glasses and say goodnight. Cheers.
Good night. Cheers. See you guys next week. Bear, you acting like a nigga.